Hey, what's going on, Animaniacs? I wanted to talk to you about Justice League Action. The first episode, special batch of episodes, I don't know, was premiered this week, Friday, and it is Shazam Slam, and I wanted to talk about it. And it is produced by a number of the same producers of the old, DC animated universe, frankly. I don't believe Bruce Timm is very much connected with this at all, but I do know that some of the creators of that are working on what this show is. And first things first, if you follow me at all, you know that I have not been big on the DC comics for the last few years. I've been finding myself fairly disappointed with the comics, the TV shows, the movies, the animated movies that are on DVD. I've been, kind of losing me in the last few years. And I'm a big, old school DC fan. So when I started saw previews of this show, I started to get excited because it did have this sense of fun balanced with action. Now, I know, ironically, like a lot of DC fans were kind of almost seeming to dread it because, oh no, the episodes are going to be 11 minutes, just like Teen Titans Go, which obviously means they're going to be the same show. I do not understand that. It tells me, anybody who thinks that they were going to be the same show because they were the 11-minute time frame, tells me they have not been watching Cartoon Network since DC Nation left this earth. And, Teen Titans Go is terrible. I'm not a fan of that show in the least. But the time limit is not the problem with the show. It's just badly written. It's not funny. And it's a comedy show. This show has as much in common with Teen Titans Go as, say, Batman the Animated Series has with The Amazing World of Gumball. They're not the same shows. And I had that feeling when I listened to the creators talk about what they had plans for the show. It felt more like possibly maybe like an 11-minute episode take of Batman Brave and the Bold, except it is the Justice League instead of everyone seeing through Batman's eyes. And that had me pretty much excited because I always liked Brave and the Bold, but as a Batman show, it was never the type of atmosphere I was hoping for a Batman show, but Justice League is just fine. And this begins, wisely enough, with Kevin Conroy's Batman. He is back. Mark Hamill is back as the Joker. He's also playing Swamp Thing, which is wonderful. And he encounters the wizard Shazam. And this episode is one of those kind of team episodes where it brings in sort of a new character, and in this case, it is Billy Batson, Captain Marvel, or Shazam. Now, Shazam is going through one of those times where he can't call himself Captain Marvel. I'm not sure. Everybody's acting like this is a new thing, but to be honest, when I was a kid growing up in the 70s, he was always called Shazam, and it wasn't until the 80s or 90s they started calling him Captain Marvel again. Now we're back to this weird period where he's calling himself Shazam, but the wizard is named Shazam, so I don't know, it's one of those things. But it deals with him running into the wizard, and he has been banished because he was taken out by Black Adam, and Billy was captured, so he's trying to get back into his throne. Batman helps him out. By the way, I absolutely adore how the wizard talks to Batman. He talks to him like he's an idiot. It's pretty funny, and it's just he just has no patience for him, and it's just amusing to me how Batman. This is a pretty ideal Batman that we see. It's the Kevin Conroy version. It's a little bit. He's a tiny bit less grim. Very similar to how Batman was in the original Batman the Animated Series. He did get grimmer as the show went on. I suppose in Justice League Unlimited, he is like this too. And a recurring bit of humor is the characters kind of aren't taking it anymore. Wonder Woman and Superman kind of don't take his crap, and they kind of like make fun of him for being grumpy, which is great. I think that's a good way to deal with it. And anyway, they defeat Black Adam, but unfortunately, through their battle, the brothers Jin, who are these ancient powers, are coming and they're attacking Earth. One of them succeeds in possessing Batman, which leads to him breaking into the power core, and he's going to use the core to bring more creatures from the underworld. And let's see, he doesn't fool Wonder Woman, which is a great bit of character, because she instantly knows, just from the fact that he's smiling, that's not Batman, something's weird going on. Which it brings this possessed Batman monster versus Superman in a wonderful fight, where they destroy the classic Hall of Justice from the Super Friends. And it's kind of a modern version of that, but it's obviously the Hall of Justice, it's even called that. And it's a great fight that takes down and destroys the whole thing. So, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman follow him because he's trying to release the others. And their powers are taken away. Because the Brothers Jim have this spell where they can just name drop you and you lose your spell. You lose your powers, excuse me. And that gives Batman the idea to go get more help. Meanwhile, Superman and Wonder Woman go in with other backup, and they meet John Constantine. They all meet in the House of Mystery. I'll be honest, I never thought I'd see, first off, John Constantine, and also the House of Mystery in an all-ages DC show. It's actually really well done. Plastic Man, who is a character who I've never really been too fond of, is voiced, and forgive me, I don't remember the actor's name, but he's the voice of Master Shake, and he's done so much cartoon work, like on the Venture Brothers and Bob's Burgers, and he's always enjoyable to listen to. He makes Plastic Man very enjoyable, and I'm totally on board with this version of the character. Swamp Thing is great. I love seeing Swamp Thing mix it up in this kind of environment. Okay. The team that we're fighting with is Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, Plastic Man, Swamp Thing, and John Constantine. That's a pretty interesting grouping there. So they are able to trick the brothers Jin. Meanwhile, Batman brings in Billy Batson, and a wonderful introduction of the character to the other members of the Justice League. It's so well done, because he takes off, he says, I'm going to get back up. And he comes, and he has the bat played with Billy Batson leaping out, announcing Shazam. What a great episode. It ends, of course, with the defeat of Black Adam and the construction of a new Justice League headquarters, the Watchtower, which, to be honest, I'm a big Grant Morrison fan. I always like the name, the Watchtower. They used it in the Bruce Timm animated series, so it's cool to see it done here. And it's an interesting take on it. It's built on the volcano site that they were battling on, and it's visually interesting. It's got this huge globe that, yeah, they're watching over the globe. It actually makes a lot of sense, and it's just visually interesting. And of course, we see cameos by Green Lantern is in here. He helps build the thing. Let's see, Cyborg doesn't have a big part, but he's in this. And what's a little mind-blowing is the same actor plays him on Teen Titans, and Teen Titans Go is playing him here. He even says "Booyah" when we first see him. Just to let you know it's him. And it's like the character graduated. You know, it's like, okay, I'm in this crappy show, but hey, now I'm in this much better show. The action in Justice League Action is remarkably fast-paced. I mean, it's anime fast-paced. Not saying that they are ripping off anime. No, it's got its own feel. But the characters are just like a flash right into each other. And it really doesn't let up. The show has action in the name, so it can't just kind of, stick around and be waiting for Godot. It has to actually be that, so it really does succeed. And the humor I really enjoyed a lot. A lot of the humor comes mostly from dialogue, and usually is pretty in character. Batman stays in character, but, you get to see humor play off him and play with him. Batman can be kind of a wiseacre too, so that's not totally unique as long as he stays in character. I really dig this version of Superman. I think this version of Superman doesn't care or worry about being perceived as a Boy Scout. He's not trying to be Batman, and that's the way I want to see Superman done, and he is just fantastic in this. Um, I have to say, overall, I really enjoyed this first outing for this new show. Let's see, the animation style is just gorgeous. The coloring is just beautiful, and they use a very simple kind of art design, very similar to what Bruce Timm does, and it kind of like feeds into this really easily without being too kiddie. And I think that's pretty much it. I do believe that we won't be seeing the last of the brothers Jin on these episodes. I think they might be a recurring threat. We do have, of course, the Legion of Doom and all of DC's villains attacking, so we probably will be seeing various different types of villains. I am curious if we'll be getting a story arc at this moment. I am interested to see if the pace will slow down on particular episodes for more dramatic type of episodes. That would be nice. I wouldn't mind seeing that from time to time. Because there are some other shows that do that, like Adventure Time and Steven Universe are kind of humor action shows, and they have fast-paced episodes, and they also have pretty, like, very slow-paced episodes, or actually not so placed. I shouldn't say it that way. Episodes that take their time to examine a character or story. I would be really excited to see them do that. It would be nice if they could break out of the mold from time to time. I know shows like this, they set a mold and they stick with it, and that's it. It would be nice and really sophisticated if it did that from time to time. But we will see. I'm in. I loved it. I enjoyed this show a lot, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. What did you, the viewers at home, think? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like or subscribe if you haven't already with Geekvolution. So I'll be talking to you next time. So, hey, by the way, can you say Shazam Slam 3 times? Shazam Slam, Shazam Slam, Shazam. I cannot.